Isaac Cohen, a middle school science teacher from Colombia, visited the Fairy Lake Botanical Garden for the first time since he came to Shenzhen in 2017. Following in the steps of local bryologist Zhong Li, Cohen appreciated the rarity of floras in the shade garden and was able to check out the heavenly scenery of the Yoshi Valley, which is currently open only to group visits.
And I want to say the shade garden first. The land area is not so big, but we divide it into almost 10 small parts. For example, this part is for camellia, and begonia, and bamboo.
So it's a medicinal plant?
Some was used by the local folks. This one is Hyperum. From this one is another genus. And this yellow one is some kind of fungi. Bryophyte is quite tiny and small, and they can find suitable habitat. They can grow. Since they do not need soil for nutrition and water, since they can get nutrition and water from the surface and also from the air.
They do need the water for reproduction, right?
Actually, they do need, but many of them can reproduction asexually.
When they don't have the water, they just do a sexual reproduction.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's funny because it looks like if it were a different plant, but it's two things together, like an association of two different things.
Some they grow in by themselves, and some is planted by us. Okay. They cover the ground and the rock surface and mix this habitat.
Small and tiny as they are, the beauty and embedding tranquility of bryophyte mosses has been already eulogized by Tang Dynasty poets such as Wang, who wrote, "The setting sun sheds its light deep into the woods, casting the tree shadows on the moss in the dark."
这个喷雾的利用主要是，秋冬季有一段时间它也很干旱，所以事实上是弥补它的水分的不足。
Actually gives a beautiful background to anything, right?
Yeah.
I really found very easy to talk to Dr. Yang. He's a really nice person, very knowledgeable, and willing to share his knowledge with so much passion.
我觉得张老师是一个特别热爱生物多样性、热爱登山、热爱微距摄影的这样的一个人。他近期得的这个 Grolli 奖，其实他也是同行们，就是整个国际的苔藓学家同行们基于他的比如说论著和他的工作对他做出的一个肯定和评价。
In 2012, Zheng and his team spotted a special species of bryophyte in Tibet. It was confirmed in 2014 that the species they found was a bryophyte that in 2013 had been officially affirmed as extinct. Therefore, at this year's International Association of Bryologists meeting, Zheng won the Grolli Award 2021 for his contributions to biodiversity research. He is the second Chinese recipient of the award.
It's interesting, you're just like seeing something that a regular viewer is not going to see, right? Like when a regular person comes to a place like this, it's actually not seeing anything.
Right.
They just ignore how much beauty and how much diversity, how much culture you have in one place.
I had the opportunity to ask a lot of questions and to have a very long conversation today. So knowing more about the bryophytes and knowing about some of the distribution of the plants, more than the usual knowledge that I already had. Oftentimes we just don't look at these plants at all. We just walk around and see what the flashy things are around us, but never stop to actually take a look at this small, huge world that we have everywhere.
The bryophytes make a great difference in conserving ecosystems and alleviating global warming.
在某些环境的话，它也会就是减少水土流失。
Located at the foot of Xudong Mountain, the Fairy Lake Botanical Garden is a multifunctional botanical garden integrating conservation, research, education, and tourism.
I'm from Colombia.
Oh, Colombia. Oh,
Very, very, very similar. Find basically the same structure,
oh, structure.
right? Like
The different
for example,
layers.
The tall trees with small leaves, not letting too much sunlight, so then you have these lower plants with huge leaves to receive
Yeah.
a little bit of sunlight.
I found it a unique and interesting experience, very enriching, having the opportunity to talk to Dr. Zhang, hearing about all of his experience and knowing about the incredible world of the bryophytes, and having a walk around the park and see how beautiful all of these facilities are and all of the things that they have, and all of the high level of conservation of the place and the diversity that this place holds.
During his 15 years at the Fairy Lake Botanical Garden, Zhang and his team have been working on the popularization of bryophyte knowledge by holding exhibitions and lectures for the public and publishing scientific books and articles on new media platforms.